and Zunza here of RE/MAX Executives and movingtonova.com, and I am here today with my good friend Patrick Cunningham of Home Savings and Trust Mortgage. Hey Pat.
Hey Tamara, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh yeah, you got it, thanks.
So today we are going to share with you some information about VA loans, veteran loans for military. So let's get right into it. So Pat, please tell us who exactly is eligible for a VA loan.
Okay, so you got to be active duty, but you can also be retired or separated from the military. The way VA looks at it, Veterans Affairs, is that they want you to be serving 90 days during active duty during what they consider wartime, and 6 months or 180 days during what they consider peacetime.
Okay.
Today they call it wartime, and so if you're in the military for a year, you're going to be good to go. It's actually shorter than that, but also they will if you're a reservist. If you've done that for 6 years, they'll consider you, which is weekends, usually once a month or something like that. They will give you that entitlement that you can earn just through the active duty part as well.
Okay, so it's definitely a benefit for military to take advantage of.
Oh, yep.
Okay, so what exactly is the benefit to the veteran to choosing a VA loan as opposed to a conventional or an FHA loan?
Well, if they like saving money, that's one.
Nice, because there's no down payment requirement.
No down payment requirement. You can put
Right.
it down as much as you want, but you can finance 100%. Quite high. There's also no mortgage insurance, which is huge. So other loans, if you put little down until you get to that 20% down mark, you're going to get charged mortgage insurance, which is just another part of your monthly payment. Could be a couple $100 a month, easy.
Right. So it's a savings.
Yeah, big savings.
And is the VA loan, is that a fixed rate loan?
Fixed rate. They do have some adjustable rate products, but it's mostly fixed rate. They have a 30-year, 15-year.
Okay, awesome. And what is the maximum sales price on a VA loan?
Okay, there's no max. You can buy as much as you want. Our loans stop at 1.5 million.
Okay.
Some other banks may push to the 2 million mark. I don't know.
Okay.
But you can kind of, as much as you want to bite off, as long as you qualify. You got to be, make substantial income to qualify for those payments. But
okay, but you can still do it with no money down.
yes, good point. No money down. What happened was, is if you exceeded the county limits, which is 765 now.
Okay.
You used to have to do some down payment. It wasn't a lot. Now they've wiped that out completely, so no money down, way up there.
Awesome, that's good to know. So what exactly is the funding fee? Can you explain how that works?
Okay, so a funding fee is a fee that VA collects that is, they allow you to finance it, so it's financing your loan. For a first-time user, it's 2.3% of your loan amount. Okay. So 100 grand, it's 2,300 bucks.
Okay.
They put in your loan amount. It basically is money that Veterans Affairs collects to run the program. Okay. If you're a second-time user, there's a different charge. It's a little higher. If you start putting some down payment money down, they start shaving it down. We have to look at the veteran's particular situation and see which one applies to them.
Okay.
But that is money that VA collects to run the program. If you have a certain amount of disability rating,
right.
You do not have to pay the funding fee.
Right. So, now, you and I just helped a buyer, a military veteran, and she was able to waive the funding fee. So can you tell us who would be eligible for to have that funding fee waived? How does that work?
Yeah, okay, yeah, good question. If you have a 10% or higher disability rating, we do not have to collect the funding fee. When we collect the funding fee, we're passing it through to Veterans Affairs.
Okay, and how do you know if you have that disability?
Okay, we get a certificate of eligibility.
Okay.
It's part of the loan process.
Okay.
It does a couple things. It tells us, A, that people have the entitlement to use the program. Okay. So if any just Joe Schmo comes in and says they're entitled, we have to check.
Right, so it's like the proof.
Proof.
Okay.
On the certificate, usually the veteran knows, but on the certificate it also says whether they're exempt or not from paying the funding fee.
Gotcha.
And if they have a certain amount of disability, which we do, we just ask them about during the interview process, we know they're exempt, we don't have to collect it, it's a beautiful thing.
Awesome. So one of the tools that we have to help buyers lessen the closing costs is what's called the PhDA Grant. So that is really, really cool. Can you tell us a little bit about the PhDA Grant and how that works?
Sure. PhDA Grant, if you qualify, they want to look at your income. You can be too rich for it technically. When we do a loan application, we determine if you fit their program or not. It's pretty flexible. They'll give you up to 2% of the sales price, free money towards closing costs.
So it's a grant.
It's a grant.
It doesn't not have to be repaid.
It's a grant. So
okay.
2%, on 400,000, that's $8,000. That's going to eat up probably 70-80% of any cash that's due at closing. So you can do a lot of damage to and bring almost nothing to closing if you fit the grant.
Right, so that's really good information, especially if we're out looking at houses and we're finding that we're always competing, because you may need seller assistance for closing costs, and when you write in to have the seller pay some of your closing costs, you're finding that that's going to be the point where your offer gets declined or rejected. So when you're able to qualify for this PhDA grant, it puts you in a better negotiating position because you don't have to ask the seller for that money. You don't have to ask the seller to help you.
That's a good point.
Yep. Let's see. If I'm a buyer and I'm looking at short sales or foreclosures, which are distressed properties, and a lot of times they're not in the greatest condition, can I still use my VA loan?
Yes, we do it all the time.
Okay.
If the place is trashed, we gotta, it could be an issue because there's some safety requirements that VA has.
Okay.
But again, it's not much more than just a regular conventional loan program. So they will want the utilities to work. They want water flowing, heat and AC working, that type of stuff. But otherwise, it's pretty flexible. It's case by case. You're out there looking at the properties. You have to kind of say, hey, this one's really good or really bad. Or if it's in the middle, it's probably fine.
Right. Okay, that's good to know, because a lot of times, when people are looking for the properties that are priced below market, that opens up to the short sales and the foreclosures. So that's good info. This is a question that I've had a lot of people ask me. Can I finance my closing costs if I'm doing a VA loan? So all of my closing costs, can I wrap that into the loan so that I don't have to bring any money to closing?
Okay, it's confusing because you can wrap the funding fee in, which is a part of the closing costs.
Okay.
There's other closing costs you cannot wrap in.
Okay.
So appraising the house, title charges, state and county charges for buying the real estate, that's cash stuff that's due at closing.
Okay.
So you either need to pay at closing, get a gift from family for it, or do some kind of negotiation with the seller as part of your contract, to chip away or cover that, some of those closing costs.
Gotcha. Okay, well, thank you, Pat. So one question I forgot to ask, tell us about your business. How long have you been doing VA loans?
Sure, I've been doing VA loans about 15 years. I've been in the business for about 17. It took me a year or two to kind of grasp how great the program was and start talking to more people about it. So we helped about 50 families last year with that particular product, kind of in the Northern Virginia, DC area, and it's a much better product than some of the alternatives, and it's a great way to finance a home with low cost and build some wealth over time. So I like it. Plus, I just also like the people that happen to be entitled to use the VA. I don't know. It's just a good group of people. So.
Awesome. Now you have a dedicated website specific to VA loans. What is that website?
It's called NovaVetLoans.com.
Okay, NovaVetLoans.com.
And it's got some videos on there, some educational stuff. If something changes with the benefit of the program that I feel like you should know about, loan limits, funding fees, whatever, would be good information for a home buyer. We try to do a little video, put it on there. Usually they're quick, just educational stuff.
All right. So now, if I'm a military veteran and I want more information, what is the best way for me to get in touch with you?
Call you first.
Yes.
And say, Cameron, I need to set up you can call us at the office or just shoot us an email. You just go to the NovaVetLoans.com. My email and stuff's on there. You shoot me a note, say you want to talk. We usually can work with you same day. Or just give us a call at 703-766-4636.
I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you know of any friends or family who are active duty military or veterans, please show them this video, like it and share it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to helping you make that move.